I come from a family of teachers. My mother's a teacher, my father's a teacher, my sister's recently become a teacher as well. And my father was a principal of an Indigenous school back in Melbourne, and my mum, with her art teaching, had done a number of projects across the continent and spoke really passionately about her work with Indigenous kids and especially Indigenous remote kids, and that informed my decision to come and check out a remote school. I moved here from Richmond in Melbourne straight up to Maningrida. I'd done a 2-week placement as a part of the course that I did, and that was really informative in making this a reality for me. My first thoughts when I hopped off the plane were, gosh, this is really hot. I'm going to get used to this, it's going to be fantastic. There's clearly a lot to learn. I tried to remain pretty judgment-free of a few things that I think could be challenging for some people, and just sort of went, righto, I'm out of my depth here. It's not for me to come and make assumptions and judgments. And let's go.
Let's help him to count it. 1, 2.
This is the most complex place I've ever come to. I'm enriched by this place in many, many ways, both professionally as a teacher. There are opportunities every week to engage in really good professional development.
9, 10. Do we have enough or not yet?
I've had the opportunity to be a part of a Visible Learning Coalition, which has taken me to Adelaide, Alice Springs and in and out of Darwin quite frequently with a chance to speak to colleagues beyond the school and make really good solid networks and connections there. And I'm learning 2 different languages whilst here, which is really fun and very challenging. And I'm learning about cultures that I wish I'd known more about for a very long time. Living remote has a unique set of advantages and some pitfalls, I guess. I kind of miss some restaurants and being able to go and see live music, but the relationships that you build professionally and outside of school are really, really what makes or breaks your time in a remote community. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the people that I've become friends with. There's some interesting characters remote, and there's some really wonderful, beautiful people who you become excellent friends with. I think some of the advantages of teaching in the Northern Territory are you have to be on top of your game the whole time. Dealing specifically with EALD kids, English as an additional language students, you need to be really clear and precise with your language as a teacher, your expectations of learning and your relationships. And if you can get those 3 things right, I think you'll be a pretty good teacher in any context. But if you don't get them right here, then you have a pretty bad day.
Money, yo. So that was
I just adore the way the kids are really, really honest and open with you. I remember once being told that I had a really, really sharp nose and that I was getting old because I had some grey hair coming through. And there was no judgment in that. They were just being honest and commentating on what they saw. So that honesty is really refreshing. These kids have a lot of obstacles to getting to school in the first place and their learning as well. So the fact that they come consistently is really quite remarkable. And something to be celebrated each and every day, which we do. Yeah, they're very resilient, strong kids who try their best, and that's all we can ask.